Hey guys, welcome back. It's Uncle Jim, Jamie, and Eric from Trek Talkin', back with another Star Trek Attack Wing video. This time we're going to take a look at the Federation Fighter Pack. Originally a light courier, these ships were first used in combat by the Maquis as attack fighters during their insurrection against the Cardassian Union. Large numbers of fighters were used by Starfleet in the Dominion War. During Operation Return, 8 successive waves of fighters were sent to attack the Cardassian ships of the Dominion fleet, hoping to provoke them into breaking formation and creating an opening for the Federation fleet to advance. Although not originally designed for combat, the Pergium class became known as attack fighters due to its maneuverability and capability of being modified to carry an impressive arsenal of weapons that included Pygerian weapons, photon torpedoes, pulse cannons, ship-mounted high-energy disruptors, and particle accelerators. When used by Starfleet from 2374 onward, the ship was equipped with several forward photon torpedo launchers and Type 8 phaser banks with 2 forward phaser emitters. Federation fighters first appeared in the Deep Space Nine episode The Maquis Part 2. They can also be seen in A Time to Stand, Favor the Bold, Sacrifice of Angels, and What You Leave Behind. Now that we know a little bit about the ship's history as it pertains to Star Trek, let's see how the ship is used in Star Trek Attack Wing.
Attack fighters, full impulse, fire at will.
Hi, this is Eric with Trek Talking, and we're here today to discuss the Wave 4 card pack for Federation Fighter Squadrons 1 and 3. This card pack is unique for Star Trek Attack Wing in 2 important ways. First, it's the first fighter squadron release the game has seen since Wave 20's Romulan Scorpion 4 fighters, which are widely considered to be one of the weakest releases of all time for the game. Second, this is the first card pack we've seen with more than one unique ship card included, which gives you twice the number of ships for your money. Included with the 2 unique ship cards are 1 generic ship card and 7 squadron upgrades. So let's take a look at the ship and squadron upgrades included in this pack. Fighter Squadron 3 is a unique Federation attack squadron that starts with 5 attack squadron tokens. The ship's stat line starts with 5 attack, 0 agility, 1 hull, 1 shield, and a captain skill of 7. But as with other Fighter Squadron releases, the stats decrease as the ship takes damage and squadron tokens are removed from the stack. It has the standard Federation squadron action bar of Evade and Target Lock, and it can equip 3 squadron upgrades for 24 SP, which is the same cost as the unique Fighter Squadron 6 ship from Wave 11 that we all know and love. The ability of the ship reads, Action, place 2 time tokens on this card. Perform a sensor echo action using a 1 straight maneuver template as a free action, even if this attack squadron is not cloaked. This ability is particularly thematic for Federation attack fighters, which we've seen on DS9 evading enemy fire by barrel rolling during the Dominion War. However, because the ability takes an action to activate, you must sacrifice using a target lock to increase dice quality, or sacrifice the extra defensive protection of an evade token in order to use that sensor echo ability that turn. The ability is therefore most useful as a defensive evasion tactic rather than as a way to set up the perfect attack on your enemy. In this context, the ability pairs very well with another card we'll discuss later in this pack titled Flanking Attack Omega. Fighter Squadron 1 is the other unique Federation attack squadron in this pack. It too starts with 5 attack tokens and has the same stat line, action bar, upgrade slots, captain skill, and cost as Fighter Squadron 3. Fighter Squadron 1's ability reads, Action, place 3 time tokens on this card, equip a squadron upgrade that was discarded from this attack squadron to this attack squadron. Wow! This ability has the potential to be very powerful if played correctly. We've seen in recent Ferengi releases how powerful bringing cards back from the discard pile can be, and Fighter Squadron 1's ability allows multiple triggerings of 3 of the cards included with this pack that require a discard, as well as several squadron upgrades from previous releases. Once again, I see this ability pairing very nicely with Flanking Attack Omega or any of the other discarding upgrades in this pack. Flanking Attack Omega is a 1 per ship squadron upgrade with range 1 that costs 4 SP. The card reads, Combat Phase. Discard this card and target a friendly capital ship. The target ship rolls +3 attack dice this game round. This attack squadron cannot attack this game round. Although fighter squadrons have always been able to put out a lot of damage for cheap, their attack dice dwindle as they lose pips during a game and their damage potential plummets. Flanking Attack Omega now allows your fighters to add +3 dice to a capital ship in lieu of their attack, especially in the late game, and they don't need to have anyone in their firing arc. When equipped with Fighter Squadron 1, Flanking Attack Omega becomes an upgrade that can be brought back from the discard pile time and time again. Lead Squadron is a unique squadron upgrade that costs 5 SP. Its ability reads, add 1 squadron upgrade to this attack squadron's upgrade bar. Add the Battle Stations action to this attack squadron's action bar. Increase the captain skill of this attack squadron by 2. While I typically dismiss most 5 SP squadron upgrades simply because they cost too much, this is one that I might consider running due to the fact that it provides 3 unique benefits to your fighters. The extra squadron upgrade slot is probably the least useful of these benefits unless you're building your fighters up to 40 SP or larger. However, the addition of the Battle Stations action gives you dice quality options when you're unable to use the target lock actions such as against a cloaked enemy, and the +2 bump to captain skill means your fighters will start their first combat engagement at a great captain skill of 9, allowing them to hopefully fire before most of your enemies. While expensive, the combination of benefits with Lead Squadron makes it a very powerful upgrade previously unprecedented in the game.
Defense Maneuver Alpha is a non-unique squadron upgrade that costs 1 point. The text reads, this attack squadron obstructs attacks targeting friendly ships. Practically speaking, this means the card allows your fighters to run interference for one of your capital ships. If an enemy has to shoot through the fighters to attack a capital ship, the fighters will act as an obstruction, allowing the capital ship to roll an extra defense die. The fighters will not, however, obstruct your capital ship as it fires through your fighters to attack an enemy. Defense Maneuver Alpha is the cheapest upgrade in this pack and could provide some benefits during the game. Use it if you have room in your fleet, but do not rely on it to make a huge impact on the game.
Defensive Maneuver Beta is a 1 per ship squadron upgrade with range 1 that costs 2 SP. The text reads, when a friendly capital ship is defending, discard this card and remove up to 2 ASTs from this attack squadron and target that friendly capital ship. For each AST removed, cancel 1 hit against the target ship. While this ability sounds pretty good at first glance, it should probably only be used when it is absolutely necessary in order to save a capital ship or in other dire circumstances. ASTs are valuable, and with each AST removed from your squadron stack, the attack dice and overall durability of your squadron is reduced. This means that while using the ability of Defensive Maneuver Beta may help a capital ship survive in the short term, it overall negatively affects the attack potential of your fleet. I personally use this card sparingly, if at all, when using fighters in my fleets. Defensive Maneuver Theta is a 1 per ship squadron upgrade with range 1 that costs 3 SP. The text reads, Combat Phase. Discard this card and target all friendly capital ships. Place an evade token beside this attack squadron and all target ships. Assuming you're running at least 2 capital ships in your fleet along with your fighter squadron, keeping your capital ships within range 1 of your fighters and deploying Defensive Maneuver Theta produces a total of 3 evade tokens. The squadron upgrade costs 3 SP, so each token effectively costs 1 SP. And that's half the price I would have been willing to pay back in the early days of Star Trek Attack Wing, and it's completely in line with the new reduced pricing schemes we've seen for ships and upgrades. Defensive Maneuver Theta is therefore good value, and I would not hesitate to run it in my fleet.
Flanking Maneuver Delta is a 1 per ship squadron upgrade that costs 2 points. Its text reads, after this ship performs a left bank or right bank maneuver, discard this card and place an auxiliary power token beside this attack squadron. Rotate this attack squadron 180 degrees. As with other recent upgrades for smaller capital ships such as inertial compensators, Flanking Maneuver Delta allows your fighters to pull a 180 after performing a bank maneuver, which significantly increases their ability to get an enemy ship into their firing arc while avoiding an enemy's firing arc. It takes a bit of planning and spatial awareness, but Flanking Maneuver Delta has the potential to be a very powerful card.
Flanking Maneuver Epsilon is a 1 per ship squadron upgrade with range 1 that costs 3 SP. Its text reads, after this attack squadron performs a maneuver, place 3 time tokens on this card. Perform a sensor echo action using a 1 straight maneuver template as a free action, even if this attack squadron is not cloaked. Running this card on Fighter Squadron 1 as opposed to running Fighter Squadron 3 with its ship's ability makes a lot more sense, due to the fact that Flanking Maneuver Epsilon only requires 3 time tokens, not an action, to activate. This card allows a squadron to get into position using a sensor echo action without sacrificing the ship's action, which can then be used to increase dice quality or take an evade. The time token activation allows you to use this card for free every 3 turns, and for that reason I really like the idea of adding it to your fleet.
Thank you for watching. For more information on Star Trek Attack Wing, please visit our Facebook page at Star Trek Attack Wing. Also, make sure you tune in to Trek Talkin' every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Blog Talk Radio. You can also find us on iTunes under Podcasts. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more just like it, please visit our Patreon page and consider being a patron. We have several tiers and we would love to have you. Kapla!